Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton. I'm at Apex 2014 and I'm joined by Sunil from SIPLACE.
Hello.
Sunil, great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. A while since we last chatted. Tell me about what SIPLACE are offering here in terms of software and process solutions, because to me it seems much more about solutions now than just equipment.
That is correct. A lot has changed. It's gone more from a line level based software to a factory level solution. In the past we talked about managing consumption data coming out of a line and software solutions on a line level.
Yeah.
But that has changed. A lot of it has got to do with how we manage material movement, not just at the line, but incoming at the factory, into your stock room, to finished goods leaving your factory.
Okay.
So we are more on a factory level, less on a line level.
Yeah, and actually beyond, it becomes more about supply chain and less about just manufacturing.
It is.
And how can you, as a ostensibly placement manufacturer and software provider, connect all the way through that supply chain? Is there a willingness in terms of your OEM and EMS customers to have your software involved in more and more of the process?
Yes, so a lot of the consumption, majority of your material consumption happens at the line level.
Yeah.
So we have very good visibility of that consumption data. The challenge was more so backfeeding or feeding that information back to a higher level system. There was a gap that we were able to address by being more flexible in terms of different ERP systems.
Right.
And by having that capability of communicating with different systems, we've been able to introduce software that bridges that gap from consumption at the line to material management at the factory level.
Okay, and once we start to get that material management right, what does that deliver in terms of benefits to the customer? Is it creating families, or is it planning the job orders?
That's correct. A lot of job orders depends on how much material you have. If you look at a finished product, 90% of the cost is material. And not having that availability or visibility of what material you have available may prevent you from running a particular job order.
Right.
Or you schedule a job order only to find out that you don't have that material.
Yeah.
So as far as benefits go, one is planning for sure. The other one is cost that is locked up in material that you may not know about, because that's a lot of money you're talking
inventory
about.
management.
Inventory management. So it's cost savings, it's better planning, and being more effective.
Yeah.
So those are the benefits.
Yeah, and I guess knowing ahead of time if there's a shortage and not having line downtime.
Exactly.
As a result.
That from a utilization standpoint, that is another huge benefit.
Yeah.
So a lot of benefits having that handshake.
Yeah, that handshake and that overall system. And interestingly, in Germany, there's a lot of talk about Industry 4.0, and that brings this stuff together. When I talk to people in the US about Industry 4.0, I see a lot of blank faces.
Right.
They don't use the term, but they're using a lot of the components, a lot of the concepts, a lot of the technology. Is that something you're finding as you travel the world?
It is. Everybody's trying to get leaner, do more with less. So it's in a way helping us, implement these workflows to better streamline the processes. That's really what we are trying to do.
Yeah.
From material incoming to finished good, all we are trying to do is streamline that process.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that happening as well over here.
So it seems that would be a very specialist skill within your organization as well. If a customer's trying to access that, do they access that through their regular sales channels, or do they have to come into a software development team?
There's requirement on both ends. There's certainly understanding the business logic associated with how production happens, and there's a little bit of requirement or understanding on how material gets released to production. So there is a little bit of there is for sure special skills involved.
It becomes quite consultative.
It does, and now you're trying to bridge production with like you said, logistics. There's a lot of that experience required as well.
Getting beyond the smart machine all the way up through the smart line to the smart supply chain.
SMT becomes more of a commodity in this aspect.
Yeah.
It's more about materials
Yeah.
and factory integration.
Yeah, and I do believe that's something particularly the contract manufacturing industry is now seeing very, very clearly. Their ability to provide supply chain solutions is above their ability
Absolutely.
to stuff circuit
Absolutely.
boards. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sunil, thanks for stopping by. Great insight. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.